Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt, and it is finally Bloodthirsty Thursday. I hope each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that fun jazz. Please do like, share, and subscribe, all that fun jazz. And if you're just new, coming around to checking things out, always remember that down in the description box, the trailer will be in there, a link to the trailer. I can't show that stuff, obviously, on here because of copyright issues. I don't want to get flagged for everything I release. Just to let you guys know, that's why I don't put clips or anything like that on here, because I'm not making any money on these, so that'd be bad if I was starting to get flagged for stuff I'm not even making money for. Any hoosers. Now let's get on to today's movie. Today's movie is a fantastic one. I wouldn't say fantastic. It's an interesting one. I'll just say that. It's weird. Very hard to pinpoint exactly where I feel on this one, because it's so different and it's I don't know if I'd say fun. It's really messed up in ways. I mean, to do this to somebody, it's kind of cruel in ways. I'm not gonna lie, to force feed someone like this. And this one is oh whoops, I pulled up the wrong notes on there. I need that one. Blah 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 blah. I ain't changing it. I'm keeping it in there. I don't care. This thing's from 2005. It's running about an hour and 41 minutes. At least that's what my copy says. It stars Alex O'Loughlin, Patrick Thomas, Gabby Malone, and Jack Thompson. It is directed by none other than Leonard, who also did Lawnmower Man, which is kind of a fun little sci-fi virtual reality type world. And then he also did Virtuosity, which is also a virtual type world where the criminal is brought out of the machine and is brought into real time, which is real life, which is, it's a great idea and all, but at that point, I don't know if anybody else was doing things of that nature. I'm not 100% on a science fiction side of things. I am a little behind on it. I didn't like science fiction when I was growing up. I thought it was dumb and it had no actual film merit. That's how I was when I was a kid. I was stupid. I also thought independent films were boring and there were bad actors and bad films and all in general. And so I found out the older I get, the more I like science fiction, and especially when it's got that horror genre, like the horror meld to it, because it really adds something to it that's very, very fun and can make things really original if you really play your cards right. Like I said, this is none other than This is the TLA After Dark release. Yes, Danger After Dark release, but that's what that is. There's a front here for you. As far as special features go, it goes right there. They did it up like the contents for food there for your I forget what they call that stupid chart there now. I'm drawing a blank, but I know what it is. But either way, they have that on there like it's part of the ingredients and the serving sizes and everything. All that. That's kind of fun and cool and different. It fits perfectly with this movie because it's basically what it's about. Is let's start at the beginning. This guy's a internet cop. He in Australia, and he. Before I forget, Leonard also. I think he also did Body Melt, which is amazing little Aussie flick. I know that I will review that one at some point down the line. I'm not sure when. I know here I'm going to be doing some 80s stuff. The way things are looking, because I've been getting some recommendations. It might be an 80s month if things go the way that as planned. If so, if you guys are cool with that, I'm cool with that. You know, I'm down with throwing down with some '80s fun. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of '80s goodness I can throw out here at you guys, and not just always the big budget guys like your Friday the 13th and your Nightmare on Elm Streets and your Halloween and all that fun stuff. Now, so get back to this one. Like I said, this is an Aussie flick. The guy is he's an internet cop, and basically what he's doing is right at the beginning he is found where somebody from the Cannibal Cafe or whatever, I forget exactly what they called it. I think they called it eatme.com or something like that. Something stupid. It's basically the whole Cannibal Cafe, Armin Meiwes and whoever the other guy was, the Bernd Brandes or whatever his name is. It just all of a sudden clicked in my brain. But either way, it's inspired. The beginning of that is inspired from that, which is very cool. I thought to bring in, and if start off at something that would be super infamous than the Cannibal of Rotenburg or whatever it is. I'm sorry if I offended of you for mispronouncing anything, I'm sorry, But so he is basically he catches these guys. The only difference is instead of the Bertrand character being dead, he's actually alive, and they are consuming the penis together, much like in the real story. But the only difference is the police catch him while he's still alive, and while they're consuming his flesh. Very different than what happened, because the real life story, I did the review on that with Cannibal. A couple months ago. That's one of my favorite reviews I've done. It's a gnarly little film. So this guy, he picks up we'll pick up right there after that. He's basically, what he does is he tracks down people that are it's like sexual, websites, like people that are doing child porn, bestiality porn, snuff porn, any kind of, porn that is pornography that is essentially illegal. That's what they do, is they hunt these people down that are into doing this and are responsible for these things. It would be a crazy job if you had that. You have to be very, very computer savvy. Me, I would not be able to do that. I would suck at it. So he's getting all this stuff for this website, and this website is full of these very, very overly morbid obese. Like we're talking like 500 pounds, 600 pounds, very, very, very large women, to the point where they're bedridden, and he has to take care of them, basically hand on foot. Very weird, I thought. There's a whole thing with how they are on this website. They're basically they're calculating what her BMI is going to be, like what her heart rate is going to be, day to day, like what is her cholesterol count going to be, things like that. Very, very weird, because it's not something that you really look for when it comes to the porn side of things. But at least I don't. I'm pretty boring. When I watched porn, I just watched the regular stuff, nothing too crazy, because I don't know, I'm kind of a square, I guess. But anyways. But so it's a fetishist site, to where people are, like I said, they're betting on these different odds of these women's lives. and it's very intricate and detailed on all the things that they're gambling on for this, and it's not only just a day-to-day type wager, it's also a end-all be-all wager as well, because they're also calculating when is this person going to die. What is those different factors going to be when they die? What's their weight? What's their their mass, their body mass? Things like that, because they're pure fat, pure bulk. They're to the point to where, like I said, they're bedridden. They can't get out of bed. At one point, Gabby is her name. Gabby Malone, her character. She is I forget what her name is. I want to say Gloria or something like that. Oh, I can't even remember. It doesn't matter. Either way, that it shows at one point how much of a strain it is for her to even move, because she goes to lift herself up a little bit in the bed, and she barely can even move. Like, I don't even think she moved an inch. That's how much it was of a strain it would have been on her body, and how rough that would feel. Now, as far as anything else with the story, what else do I want to share with you? There's some cool little tidbits in here. There's a spot where the main cop, the Aussie cop who comes to America to search this guy down, he to get back at him, to hunt him down, he finds this dude's sister, and who is actually kind of I would say she's a chubby girl. She's not fat or obese or anything like that. She's just she's got shape. She's got curves. She's my speed. I'm not into stick women. Come on. I'm not a stick man. Anyways. So what else? What else do I want to give away? That's all I want to give away as far as on the story. There's a lot of the cop's girlfriend is constantly naked, and they're having a lot of sex. There's a lot of nudity in this, because the overweight woman, played by Gabby, is essentially naked the entire time. You can't see anything on the nether regions, thank God, because it would look pretty horrendous hiding under all of that. I'm sorry to say that if that comes off as rude or crass, but I'm just saying it wouldn't look nice. It wouldn't smell nice. It would be kind of rough. Now, if you cleaned it up and you presented it a little better, in a better fashion, a better light, it might be different. But I don't know. Probably not for me. It probably won't change. Let's get on to a rating. I've rambled on and on and on about nothing. Now, let's see, on a technical side, this thing's pretty well put together. Brett Leonard is definitely a skilled filmmaker. He's no dummy. He's got a bunch of other stuff to his film credit, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remembered the three. Mostly, first off, because Lawnmower Man and Virtuosity are right there on the cover. I'd be pretty bad if I didn't remember that, but then I remembered also Body Melt Last Minute. I love this tagline. It's cross between Super Size Me and Silence of the Lambs. I don't know if I would agree with that, but it's kind of along that path in ways. I wouldn't say Silence of the Lambs, but definitely the Super Size Me part. So back to my ratings. As far as the technical side, it's gonna get a 3. It moves together okay. There are some lulls, and as far as the story goes, the acting's good. There's no bad acting. The direction of everything, it works fine. It's definitely a good film for what it is. Visually, it's very, very stunning for the degree of nasty grossness of this what these people do to this woman. It's just, it's bad. It's like, come on, man. One of those things. Come on. Poor lady. She just wanted somebody to love her. Now, let's go to the entertainment side. As far as entertainment side goes, there, like I said, there are a couple of lulls in here where it gets a little boring. But the girlfriend of the guy makes up for it because she's nice to look at, and she gets naked quite often. There's a nice little scene where she's jumping up and down, and it's very nice. And then she talks about her sex life while the guy's away, and it's just wild. Like, they have a very interesting relationship, one I wouldn't want to get into. So let's just give it a 3. We're going to give this thing a 6 overall. I'm coming up on 16 minutes already. I want to get the hell out of here. I got some stuff to do tonight. I'm getting this one up late as usual. During the week, I have a lot going on, so I'm not able to get videos up until after 8 o'clock Central Time sometimes. So please forgive me on that. Sometimes I'm up during the day. Love your faces. As always, remember, it's a 6. 6 for today's movie. Yeah, so check it out. I'll see you tomorrow. I got an amazing movie lined up. It starts with said Rin. No, I'm kidding. It does rhyme with that, kind of. Anyways, love your faces. Peace.